True story, my friend called me right after I got out of the theater and was like, bro, how was it? And I was like, dude, I don't know. Then he was like, what was it about? And I'm like, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's gonna take a minute to digest this movie. It's now the following night, and I think I'm ready to review this. So here's a spoiler-free review of Jordan Peele's second film, Us. His first was the highly successful and entertaining Get Out, which won him the Oscar for Best Original Screenplay. Let me make something clear right now. Don't go in there thinking you're gonna see like another version of Get Out or something. Yeah, if I told you this was directed by two different directors, you'd believe me. Let's start with the cast. Everybody was freaking great, dude. M'Baku's in this. I like M'Baku. He was fun in Black Panther. I wish he was in there more. He's in this. He's pretty cool. The kids were great too as actors, even though their characters, they were kind of a-holes to their parents. You can tell this isn't based on a true story because the way they talk to their dad, dude, shit would have gone down. Especially in a minority family, black, Spanish, whatever. I'm Spanish, I grew up in a Spanish household. You don't talk like that to your parents, dude. You're gonna, yeah, no. But the real standout here is Lupita Nyong'o. Nope, there you go. Man, she was freaking amazing. She did some Oscar-worthy stuff here, man. I hope they don't ignore her because it's a horror movie like they ignored Toni Collette last year. Whether you like Hereditary or not, that was some Oscar-winning shit that she did. Lupita deserves credit too, man. She played two main characters in this thing, and it was great. She really does carry the movie. As for the movie, it really did try to embrace that whole horror thing. It definitely tried to be a horror movie, and it had some quality good jump scares in the first act, which were nice. They weren't cheap. Unfortunately, it also had a couple of moments that fall under stupid, scary movie stereotype that just felt out of place in a movie like this. One particular scene has a parent and child arguing over who's going to drive the car, and they go through that lock, unlock the door kind of battle while killers are coming to the car. That didn't belong in this. That belongs in like a scary movie sequel. I mean, it was amusing. It just feels weird that the people you root for the whole time not to die in a horror movie, for 2 minutes take a time out and turn into the people you want killed in a horror movie because they deserve to die for being stupid. Other than that, the comedy is mixed with the horror very well. And this is a beautiful looking movie the way it's shot. My real problem with this movie comes down to the storytelling. And man, it was rough. The opening sequence in this movie is amazing, so make sure you get there on time. After that, the first act takes a little bit to get going. The second act does pick up considerably and you're fully engaged. Especially this one sequence with NWA playing in the background. I freaking love that, man. That was cool. Then comes the third act and yeah, there's ambiguity throughout this movie, but they lay it on thick in that third act. And I like ambiguity in a movie, I do. The end of Inception, freaking flip that thing and oh, is it gonna fall? Is it not gonna fall? Freaking brilliant, dude. I love that shit. And leaving it up to an audience after a movie, I think is really interesting too. I'm a fan, but you have to have a strong narrative leading up to something like that. A confirmed direction. The third act was full of these questions, fill in the blanks, and no answers. It was one metaphor after another, all piled on each other. And I like open-ended, but when it's too open-ended, it starts to not make sense. Don't get me wrong, this movie is definitely one you will catch new things in every viewing that you see. Even though there are a few things here that are not gonna make sense, I don't care how many times you freaking see this shit. I really do think this is gonna be a love or hate movie for some people. Like the characters in the movie that have these alternate versions of themselves, I left this movie feeling like two different people. Part of me felt like this was a very ambitious effort that should be respected. Another part of me wanted to scream at Jordan Peele and ask for a refund. Funny enough, some of the people leaving the theater, one guy started to say refund, refund, and like 15 people started to chant refund, refund. But I will say I did like it a little more the day after. I just think Jordan Peele was maybe a little too ambitious making this movie, and it probably would have been better if it was his 5th or 6th movie and he got a few more under his belt instead of it being his 2nd film. But he gets credit for trying, dude. And I think having a message is great, but not when it outsmarts itself and actually hurts the flow of the story. I'm gonna be really generous with my rating because I think under all these layers, and God knows there's a lot of layers, there's something brilliant in here, I think. And this movie should not be rated with just one viewing. I just don't know if I want to see this 5 or 6 more times. Guys, I hope you enjoyed my review. Please like, subscribe, and whatever with all this crap that I have, especially YouTube. Thanks for watching.